Hey friends, and welcome back to the Reddit Rainbow, y'all. I'm really excited to read this story to you. Grab your vibes and your delights, and let's jump into this story called Am I the Asshole for Leaving Photographic Evidence of My Husband Cheating Somewhere His Parents Should Not Have Looked? Listen, too long didn't read. My husband cheated with a man. I had pictures. His mom snooped. His parents are now making his life difficult. All right. Grab your vibes and your delights and let's keep going. I, female 30, kicked my husband, 28 male, out of my house. It was my house prior to us getting married, and it remains my house now. I knew when I married him that he was bi. I was okay with it as long as he understood that we are monogamous. I don't like that stigma that bi people, pan people like myself, are hypersexual and can't not cheat. And people paint us to be non-monogamous when we are. You know what I mean? Like, you're sus for that, OP, but okay. I said I would never agree to an open relationship, and if that is something he wanted, then he needed to be with someone else. At least I will say good for you for putting your boundaries up, but I don't know, I feel like just the way you just said it right after explaining that he was bisexual, it paints you weird. He agreed and said that I was the person he wanted to be with and that I was more than enough to satisfy him. He lied. I found out that he was having an affair with a man. Damn. I went through his iPad and took all the pictures for myself. Graphic. In a Mapplethorpe kind of way. What's that? So I looked that up, and granted, I didn't look very hard, but what I did see was beauty. Like, it was simplistic black, white, and gray beauty. And I thought that it was nice to look at, aesthetically pleasing to my eye. But I think I understand what the OP is saying. But for the OP to call them graphic, and maybe there's like a lot more that I'm not seeing. And if you want to correct me, that's fine. I did notice that it was a lot of the male gaze. And so I'm still kind of thinking that this OP is giving off a lot of homophobia, if that makes sense. When I confronted him, he became physically aggressive. I was scared. He calmed down when I got Siri to call 911 and he left. Anyway, I did not want him in my house ever again. When he wanted his things, I asked him to make a list and send it to me. I found every single thing on the list. I asked him where to send the box. He said that he would pick it up. I told him that I would not let him set foot in my house and that I would call the cops if he tried. He said he would send friends to get his stuff. I said that I would leave his box of crap with the front desk at my work. He said he didn't want to make them drive into the city. We compromised and I agreed to give his parents a temporary code for my house. Why couldn't you just leave it outside? Why couldn't you just like leave it in the garage? Like, cause you can have a code for the garage, put the box in the garage, and then just like lock everything else so they can't get inside, and then you could put the code back in and then it would put the garage door back down. Like, I don't know, I just feel like they're both being not nice to each other at this point. So we compromised and we gave his parents a temporary code for my house. They're lovely people and I trusted them. I don't trust anybody in my house without me in it unless like it's to watch my children, in which case, again, if I'm asking you to watch my children, that means I explicitly trust you with my life and I know that you feel the same way about me and my children, you know what I'm saying, and my house and my things. I don't want strangers all up in my fucking house, you know what I'm saying? I don't care if you liked your in-laws and thought that they were good people. You are not allowed in my house, especially if you're with my ex. I'm sorry, that's weird. They're lovely, and not to mention the countless stories of once like couples break up, the parents, like your in-laws, a lot of them become really emotionally distant and don't give a shit about you anymore. I don't know, man. I just wouldn't have my in-laws up in my house. But I also myself have horrifically toxic in-laws. So horribly toxic. Anyway, I could see everything on my security system and I would know if he tried getting into my house. The deal was that they would use the code, get the box from the front entrance, then close and lock the door. Easy peasy lemon squeezy. Instead, it went difficult, lemon fucked. I guess he didn't have everything on his list. He asked them to get something from my bedroom, not the deal at all. I had my pictures of his infidelity in my room in my chest of drawers, in an envelope. So to reiterate, to find these pictures, his mom had to go past our agreed limit into my house. She then had to enter my bedroom, open my chest of drawers, open an envelope, and look at what was inside. Okay, yeah, no, this is mad fucked up, okay? I don't like any of these people in this story. I'm gonna be very honest with you. I felt violated watching the video, and you should, to be honest. Then I giggled like a little kid. It was hilarious. I see them come into the house. They use the code. They open the door. His dad comes in and grabs the box. He goes back to the vehicle with the box. His mom hesitates before walking into my house, going to my room, and she goes to the chest, opens the top drawer where we kept a box full of jewelry. She sees an envelope with his name on it. She looks around, I'm not sure why. Then she looks at the contents. She screams, I assume, since I have my feed on video only. Then she stuffs the pictures back in, closes the drawer, and goes running for the truck. My father-in-law comes through the door, locks it, and leaves. I guess he never told his parents about his proclivities. To say that this has created a problem for him is to take it lightly. I get a call from him. He says I left the pictures out for his parents to find, and I did not. I should have scattered them on top of the box his parents picked up, but that felt cruel and unnecessary. Like I said, I've always found them to be lovely people. I told him where the pictures were. He said that he forgot about a ring he left off the list and told his mom where it should be. I said that I would have tossed it in the box if he had told me. He said he forgot until they were on their way. I don't know, man. I feel like that's his excuse now. I think that either he did forget more than just that, you know what I'm saying? Maybe he was like trying to get his mom to look for something else, and didn't expect that to be readily available. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. I feel like they were gonna do a lot worse. And for her to keep saying that the mom, like, these are good people, I don't think she's a good person if she was willing to go into someone else's house and snoop around like that just because her son asked her to. I'm sorry. I would not do that for my kid. I'm sorry. I wouldn't. I don't care how old they were. I wouldn't be all up in somebody else's house. I would have been like, let her ship that shit to you. First of all, if they trusted me this much, I would not betray their trust like this. These are not good people. All of these seem like bad people to me. He is upset that his parents know he's a power boy. He is not happy at their house now, and he is going to find somewhere else to stay. He says, I'm an asshole for causing this problem. I think there are other candidates for assholehood. Him for cheating. Him for getting his parents to go against our agreement. Right. His mom for going against our agreement. Right. His mom for snooping. Right. His parents for homophobia. And ma'am, you for your homophobia. That came out in deep undertones that you need to really look into. I'm really interested to see what y'all think about this one. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm being too sensitive about it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know. All of that gave a lot of bad vibes to me. And but I think all those people were terrible people, and I'm glad that they all went their separate ways. And I think they all need to go to do a little bit of healing and maybe like do some journaling or something. I don't know. But anyway, I can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts about this, and I'll catch y'all later.